Yo, yo, yo. What's up, man? We finally here.
We
I can't even say
back.
we back, man. We finally officially kicking off,
All right. We
the
finally we back.
Relentless Purpose podcast, man. We had some technical difficulties
Fire the
on
producer.
my end.
Fire the producer.
I got fined 50 cent like James Brown was doing everybody back in the gate. You're late, Mr. Bird. It's 50
Oh
cent.
man. That was that James Brown or Ray Charles?
That was James Brown.
What was Ray Charles doing? I swear
He was finding he was doing crazy stuff.
he was
but
finding people
that
too
was,
in the movie.
But man, we finally here, man. Been a long time coming. Relentless Purpose podcast,
Yes,
man.
sir.
But just kind of just why Relentless Purpose? Why Relentless Purpose?
Man, you can go in so many different directions, bro, with that question, with the answer. First of all, it's about finding your purpose.
Okay.
Right. And then once you find your purpose, like you just got to be relentless going after it. Whatever your purpose is, like whatever your why is, whatever the case may be, man. And we all have a purpose. And I think your life changes and your life actually begins once you find your purpose. So it's all about how you attack it once you find out what your purpose is. And so, man, everybody knows what I would think, what relentless means. So they just relentless going after your purpose, whether it's people like me, like, man, my purpose, I feel like it's people. My purpose of being on this earth is to impact as many people as I can, whether that be young, old, or indifferent. Like, you know what I mean? Man or woman, it doesn't matter. Like, my purpose is people. I love people. I don't always like people, but I love,
sure. That's
but I love people.
That's a
You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like my purpose, man, is people, man, being there for people, helping people, and just being I'm blessed to be a blessing to others. So for me, you know what I'm saying, with me knowing what my purpose is, and I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to get it done. And I'm relentless with it.
No, I feel you, man. Same with me, man. I know we in different kind of avenues of life, but I found out through the years my purpose is to help the youth advance not only, athletically, not only academically, but as a person in general, man.
For sure.
Especially us, working with young men, trying to help them become better young men. Um, just every day attacking it full speed, head on, just trying to be the best version,
Sure.
of myself. Not just for me, but like I said, everything you hear us say always come back to the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's always gonna come back to the boys. And I also don't want people to think when we say the boys, we mean young ladies as well.
For sure.
We
Absolutely.
deal with 7-on-7, but outside of that, man, like, you got high school girls, there's flag football and all that stuff is picking up. We got personal training, man. We're sliding into that, shameless plug. We fourth quarter pressure sliding into
absolutely
the fitness aspect of it, man. Strength conditioning, helping the parents. So
Mhm.
I just we kind of started as a small entity,
For sure.
and we just branching out. But it's everything we're branching out into is still goes back into our purpose.
Absolutely. Nah, man, I love that, man. I love, man, just talking to you, man, and daily, man, and the ideas and the stuff that goes on in that head of yours, man. And
Bro, I'm up, man. You know me, man. I'm up at 4 o'clock in the
I'm about to
morning,
say,
bro.
this dude
I'm
is up at
3:30,
4.
3:45,
Hey,
at 4 o'clock.
no matter what time I wake up, I can guarantee I'm gonna have a text from this man about 4 o'clock in the
Man,
morning. This dude is always up.
I'm up, bro. Eat my oatmeal, drink my little tea or
Man,
whatever.
this dude is up, man. Hey, up with a purpose, though.
But it's always about. I learned this from being around other men who kind of went through the same process that we're going through.
Mhm.
You gotta really attack each moment, man. Like every day is a new day to learn something new, or every day is a new
Sure.
day to grow. And everything I do, man, like at this, this age of my life, being surrounded by so many young men, man, I'm always thinking of ways that we can do something better.
Sure.
Like regardless of how great yesterday was, I
Mhm.
feel like it's something we could have done a split second better, or something else we could have
Sure.
thought of a little quicker.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm always grounded and come back to that. Like, how can I be better? How can I be better?
Yeah.
How can we do this better? How can we give these young men more of a chance to succeed? You know what I'm saying? So if
Sure.
it's whatever ideas in my head, but I'm also not one of those ones who think I always had the brightest ideas,
Right.
which is another reason why I run it by other people. You know
For
what I'm saying?
sure.
Like I always want to hear. I want to hear feedback. I want to hear yes, no, okay, we could do it like this. We could do it like this because you might have actually been thinking of the same idea I'm thinking of,
Right.
just in a different way. So, just think about how powerful it'd be if you collab with somebody and y'all on the
Oh
same
yeah.
track mind
Oh
and
yeah.
y'all put it together. You know what I'm saying? Just
Oh
think about
yeah.
how powerful that can be.
Oh yeah.
So that's just me, man. I'm just always how can better, better, better,
Yeah.
better, better, better. And then at the same time, it always goes relentless, man. Like you said, it's every day.
Yeah.
If I don't, hey, it's an APB. Say,
Yeah.
well, bro, you good?
I feel
You
like
gotta do something.
I swear, man, I feel like I'm wasting time. I feel like I'm wasting like the day. Like if my brain isn't just active, I'm not doing something to reach like my purpose, reach a goal, or coming up with new ways to do
Nah,
something.
for real, man.
Man,
For
that's
real.
like, yo, what did
For
I
real.
do today?
Especially at this age, man. Like at this point in life, bro, the older you get, like death is inevitable.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like I want to maximize every opportunity I have. So it's just like I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste a summer. I don't want to waste a season. I don't want to waste a day. But you know what I'm saying?
Can't
Because I
can't
want to,
do it.
it's not just for me, but it's also for the people that you look out for, not just your own
Absolutely.
biological kids, but kids of other. We got kids we work with on a daily. Even
Yeah.
with you with your current job, and when you were coaching with 7-on-7, it's kids that we were involved with on a daily that looked at us as like parent figures,
Yeah.
as models, role models.
Sure.
Not just us, but the other coaches we had around the organization, other parents that might have helped out by bringing those kids with them. They looked
Right.
at them like, they spent more time with them probably than they did their own house.
Right.
So it's just
It's
always
true.
about, to me, it's not even about leaving legacy, man. To me, it's just about leaving a positive blueprint to success.
I
Like I
like
know a
that.
lot of people look at like legacy. I want my legacy be this. I want my family name to carry on. Like your family name will carry on by the works that you do for others.
That's
Like
true.
you know what I'm saying. Be a blessing. Use your blessing to be a blessing for others.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying. So that's just kind of the way I look at it.
Yeah, no, I like that, man. I like that. And I'm with you 100%, man. Like just like you said, like we got so many like the youth, like they count on us. And like, man, I still hear back from people, what I'm saying, that I coached, what I'm saying, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Man, coach, I just want to reach out and tell you, oh, blah. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I remember when you were 13, 14. Now you 20 years
Bro,
old
it's
and
bro, it's
19 years old. Like,
it's crazy, bro. Like
y'all getting old.
it's like that now, man. I had a former player, man. He hit me like he getting married, and his coach just want to let you know I'm getting married soon. I'm like, okay, cool. Just let me know the day is. He wanted me to be in the wedding. I'm
God,
like, that's crazy. Like,
that's
do you know? Do
crazy.
you know the kind of connection you have to have for a player to ask their coach or mentor, or whatever, to be in their wedding?
Yep.
Like that's different level. Like you know what I'm
That
saying? And that
that just shows the impact that you
right,
left on that young man.
right, man,
That's
right,
exactly what that is. Like
right.
you left such an impression, and I'm sure y'all still communicate,
Oh
but
yeah,
you
yeah,
left
yeah,
such an impression, and you impacted him so well that he felt fit to say, "This wedding wouldn't be complete if you're not in it." Type of deal. You know what I'm saying? And man, that's amazing. That's just a testament of who you are and the type of person that you are. So if people watching this and they don't really like know you per se, like that just goes to show the type of man that you are.
yeah, for
You know
sure,
what I'm
man,
saying?
for
Like
sure.
that somebody felt fit to reach out to you after so many years and say, like, hey, I'm getting married, but I would be honored if you could be there. And that's part of your purpose. Like
For
you
sure, man.
you are fulfilling your purpose by through coaching, through like, and everybody has their own ministry, right? Like my mom's a pastor, my stepdad's a bishop, my brother's a pastor, but I never felt fit to get in the pulpit. That wasn't my calling. I didn't think that was my calling at all. So for me, I felt what better way to impact the youth, which is the whole reason fourth quarter pressure was started. What better way to impact the youth and the community than through what I love, the game of football, right? And so you get so many kids who don't have a lot of opportunities that are under recruited or they're coming up in whatever situation at home and stuff like that. And hey, let me get you on this football field.
Yeah,
And I'm not about to I might not necessarily open the Bible to preach to you,
yeah,
but I am going to love you hard. I'm going to coach you hard
yeah,
and I'm going to show you that there is another way.
yeah,
Right. And through whatever way of life that you have off the field, I'm going to show you a better way. Right. Or another way. And you get so many parents that will reach back out to us and say, I don't know what you said or did to my son over the last 3 or 4 years, but I can't thank you enough.
man.
I can't thank you enough for what you've done. And so man, we're helping these young men and women too, but we're helping these young men become better sons, better brothers, eventually one day husbands, uh fathers, like, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
And so, man, and that's why I love getting them when they're younger and they're impressionable,
yep,
right? And
yep.
then you get the occasional 19, 18,
Yeah,
19-year-old knuckleheads.
yeah. You
That's
get
it.
you get you get some you can't save, man.
Yeah,
I think
some
that's
you
the
that's the hardest part. I think that's one of the hardest parts
bro. You,
is
you
the ones that you like, man, I thought I did everything I could.
man, bro. Them is, and it's not just that, man. It's the ones that you see no signs of that,
Mhm.
like because they around you so much, and all you see is positivity. Oh, they growing. Oh, he's
Yeah,
learning. Oh, he's maturing. Oh, he
yeah.
growing. And then
Get that phone call.
right,
Get that
and
phone
it's
call.
just like, man, like, and it's certain phone calls you never want to receive.
Oh yeah.
I guess certain ones you never want to receive, man. Like I will never forget when I found out about Cam, bro. I would never forget about that phone call.
Yeah.
I know exactly where I was. I know exactly where I was sitting. I know exactly what time it was. I remember the clothes I had on. Like I remember
Dang.
everything. It's like certain phone calls you never forget, man. And then it's other phone calls where it's like, okay, well, this is gonna be a tough lesson for him.
Yeah.
Like I'm still gonna support you,
For
but you gonna have to
sure.
feel this one though. Like you
Yeah.
gonna have to you
You
gonna have to
got
feel
to.
the ramifications of what you just did. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's the only way you're gonna change.
For
If
sure.
not, a repeated behavior, man, that's just insanity doing the same thing over and over,
Over and
looking for
over,
a different
expect a
result.
different result.
We can't keep saving you. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll be there to hope to help you and support you, but we're not gonna keep saving you, man. So it's just it's a beauty in it, but it's also got its bittersweet moments
Yeah.
because it's just like, man, bro, come on, though. Like
Yeah.
you see all of this. Like you see all the positivity. You
You should
see
know better.
you've gone here. You've experienced this side of life.
Yeah.
We got you out of the city. Like something you would never do if you weren't around us. Not saying it's all because of us.
Oh, for sure.
We just
For sure.
helped you get the opportunity to
Absolutely.
see that there's more things in life besides 210. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or
No, for
besides,
real.
being the best in the city. Like who cares? Like
Who cares?
that's a whole different subject in itself of, San Antonio
Yeah.
is looked down upon when it comes to sports anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like, who cares if you're the greatest in the city?
Right.
If you're a sorry human being,
Don't matter.
why does that matter?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
No,
like
you're right.
that's why I feel like our purpose comes in. That's why I feel like God has really placed us in this position, in this moment, in this season to be who we are for these young men. Cause we all been there, done that.
Yeah.
Like if I wrote a book on all the deep dark secrets and stuff I've done in my life,
Well, I
boy,
wouldn't be in the fire department.
listen, it'd be a New York Times
Hey,
bestseller.
oh man,
But
listen. What?
bro, like we've all been there, and I was one of those ones where I was afforded every opportunity. I seen everything. My parents was together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course, I still had my grandmother and all that stuff, man. But I was around good influences. I was around some bad ones too.
Yeah.
But it
For
goes
sure.
back to being in the ministry and like, man, why they get to do X, Y, and Z and I can't do it?
Right.
Or y'all know that they doing it. Y'all not saying nothing to them,
Yeah.
but I can't do it. Like, man,
Yeah.
bump all that. I can't wait till I get grown.
Yeah.
Everybody when you little,
Yeah. I
what you
can't
what you want
wait.
to be when you grow up?
Hey,
I just want to be
be
grown.
grown
I just want to be
until them
grown.
grown bills start coming
Right.
and that life hits
And
you.
we've all been out here and wild before.
Yeah.
And I've got some stories and I try to share them with certain young men that need to hear it, that try
Yeah.
to live that life. Like, bro, that's not it.
No,
So
that's crazy.
if I can use my experiences to help somebody else
Mm-hmm.
get out of their situation, that's what I'm here for.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for, man. And
Not
and
for real.
it's crazy. It's crazy we even had we lead right into it, man. Yesterday we had our first scrimmage.
Sure did.
Had a parent hit me immediately after the scrimmage. Was like, Coach, thank you.
Mm.
Had nothing to do with football.
Mm.
Like, man, he is excited. He happy. He excited. He's doing better. Thank you.
That's real.
And you know what I'm saying. And it was one of them situations where that's what we're here for. It's like I'm not even gonna say gratification, man. It's like sometimes when you're not feeling 100% like yourself, or you got
Mm-hmm.
self doubt, moments like those and messages like those are what can bring you back to life. You know what
Bring
I'm
you
saying?
back.
Like that might be an encouragement you needed.
Yeah.
That battery put in your back to help you keep going, man. Because it's sometimes, man, like yesterday, I was dog tired,
Man.
like exhausted, bro. Like feeling tired, lightheaded. I got home, couldn't do nothing. Like,
Man, I
bro,
couldn't tell.
but I know
Yeah.
it's because it's just like it's just like a lot of people don't know. You know, I went through had my cancer battle.
Mm-hmm.
I was still out there then.
Yeah. I remember when you sent that text.
I was still out there then, bro.
I ain't
Because
gonna
it's
speak on
just
it, but I remember that.
it's just like this is my purpose. Like just like the kids, just like we help the kids, they help me.
Yeah. Yeah.
They help, you know what I'm saying? They helped me fight through that mental struggle.
Yeah.
I like, okay, I might not be feeling my best, but they depending on me. And little did they know,
Yeah.
I'm depending on y'all.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like I
for
need
real.
y'all too. The same
For
way
real.
y'all need me, I need y'all too. So it's just, man. But just as a parent, you know what I'm saying? As a parent this year, that's all you can do. Thank God, because you in the refs.
Hey, were you over there when I touched on that yesterday? I said
I might have been doing the interview.
there's a all right. So for the ones that don't know, right?
He crazy.
We don't listen to him. So we started fourth quarter pressure. This is year 5, right? And I've coached the first 2 years. We just did 18U, and then year 3 and 4 we did 18U and 14U, and then 18U and 15U. But I've always coached 18U, right? And so man, like again, I'm passionate. I love the boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And man, I'm not gonna let anybody mistreat them. It's kind of like with your kids, right? Like, man, I can dog you, whatever.
Your ego would just hurt.
No, that ain't no ego. Don't listen to him, because I ain't got that issue. But man, like, bro, like I have a problem with referees, like, and so I used to let the refs have it. Like, man, that's a horrible call. Like, they're not calling the game both ways, yada yada yada. So yesterday, I was talking to some of the parents, and I'm like, I guess it's a good thing that I'm not coaching this year. The refs can have a break, because I won't be yelling at the refs this year.
I don't do all that, man. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie.
no, you
like,
don't.
It is what
completely
it is, bro.
different from me.
It is what it is. Like, I ain't for what? Like, because I don't have. They already. We're not a big name org, so they already don't have respect for us. So if I just start going at you sideways, you really gonna take it. You really gonna.
I'm going at them sideways.
I understand, but you gonna try to take it out on the kids, man. And then that's when a different side of me come out.
For sure.
Like I'm not gonna. I'm bump out there going back and forth with the refs, man. Like a different side of me. When you try to, as a grown man, when you try to take advantage of kids or be spiteful towards the kids,
now
I got a deeper issue.
Yeah. See, and that was the thing. Like, man, like outside, like game aside, man. Like 1 year, like, and I'm not gonna name the tournament, and I know I'm kind of all over the place, but like 1 year we had a ref. I was talking to one of the assistant coaches, and
this was last year.
No, that was no.
That was a different instance.
Yeah.
See,
this was year 2, as a matter of fact.
I told y'all he crazy.
I was talking to one of my coaches, like I was on the field, and I said something to my coach, and then the ref walked over there and said, "Man, what the you say?" And I go, "Man, who you talking to?" He said, "I'm talking to you." He said, "I'm a grown man," in the middle of the game. And I was talking to Coach Tommy. Like, Coach Tommy was on the sideline. I was yelling, like talking to him, blah, blah, blah. And he walked up, and I looked, and the ref was right there. Man, if those kids wouldn't have grabbed me, I almost lost it. And that's so for me, like the kids always dial me back in. Like, what are you doing? Horrible example for them. I'm like, oh, you're right. And then when y'all came on, man, I would kind of look at like Tyrone just kind of give me a face. And then if y'all watching the game, like the younger boys is watching the game, I kind of look at y'all like I'm being a horrible example right now. But man, like I coach passionate. I mean, I coach like I played, like super passionate, like and I just, but as I started getting in different positions and stuff like that, and people start recognizing who you are, you're like, man, I can't act like that.
And bump out that. You can recognize me, man. My passion, me coaching passionate. I'm gonna let the other team talk, just like situations.
Were you a talker when you played though?
Yes.
You were?
Yes.
I can't tell.
But listen,
because I was the biggest.
But that's the thing. So my talking. Try this strategy if anybody's going to college right now, right? My talking was I would start, back this when MySpace was out. I'm starting early. I'm starting during the week. I'm on your website. I'm researching bios. Yep. I know your mama name, your sister name.
We went for your girlfriend's name. I knew it.
So
everything.
The moment I came out from warm-ups, I'm talking.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking. So I'm not stretching. I'm talking. I'm doing all that. I'm talking. So by the time the game starts, I didn't, how Felicia doing?
Yeah.
Bro, like what?
Yep.
Like that's up there in the third row with them, section S1.
Yep.
How she doing? Tell her I said, what's up? So he got his game.
So
he just focused on me.
He ready to fight.
So that's all I had to do. You know what I'm saying? I got you by the end of the first quarter. You locked in on me. You had to messing assignments up. You get, y'all already trying to double me because I'm 210 in the slot. So
That's still crazy.
I understand. So it's just like that was just me. So I was a talker, but my style as a coach, I'm not gonna do all that talking.
Yeah.
Cause you get more butt hurt when you're losing.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna hang 40 on you in 7-on-7.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank.
Yeah.
I'm putting 40. Like that's my goal. And if anybody understand, well, 40, that's not a lot. 7-on-7 is a 20-minute game, a running clock.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of points.
Hey, speaking of 40, I just turned 40.
Yeah, I forgot, man. You old head now.
I just turned 40. So I'm hoping in this.
Shout out to Unc.
Hey, I'm hoping in this next season of my life, I get to that point because I ain't there yet. But I'm hoping.
It's the little man syndrome, bro.
Huh?
It's that little man complex.
I'm 5'10".
Little man syndrome.
Just because you 6
man,
foot.
Anywho, man.
All right, man, all right,
Let's get back on topic.
My
man.
bad.
You, man. So your thoughts yesterday on the scrimmage, man, as a parent, man. What were your thoughts looking back on it, man?
Man, being in the stands watching, man, and then on the side just kind of watching y'all. Like as a parent, man, I love what y'all doing. Right. I think you guys put those boys in every best possible situation and scenario that they could be in to prepare them. Shout out to San Antonio Jack boys.
Yes, sir.
For y'all scrimmage yesterday.
Got a little interview that I'm gonna drop with one of the coaches also.
Oh yeah, I saw you do that.
Sure.
But yeah, no, I think that was great, man. Typically in the past, I mean, we've only had one scrimmage in 4 years leading up into going to a tournament, and so for y'all to get a chance of going against somebody else before you go into the big games, which is the tournament, I think that was great. I think we've seen a lot of good and bad, some stuff that needs to be worked on for sure, cleaned up or whatever, but that's what practice is for, right? But I think some people had a reality check too.
For sure. Yes,
like,
indeed.
Hey, I'm not who I thought I was.
I might be him at my little school.
Yeah. I might be him at my little school or maybe in practice a little bit. But when them bullets get to flying and you got different bodies out there, man, we used to have this thing, everybody cool and is fighting their brother, but don't nobody want to slap a stranger in the mouth, right? And so I think going against somebody else was a wake-up call for a few, if not everybody. I'm not saying that everybody had a bad day or whatever the case may be, but I think that was one of the best possible scenarios that y'all could have been in before y'all head to Fort Worth February 7th.
For sure, man. What I didn't want to, since you had the analogy, I didn't want us to spend another season wasting money going 4 hours up to 4.5, depending on what time you leave.
Right.
It turn 5.5, 5. You know what I'm saying?
Quick.
It depends on what time you leave, but I didn't want us going up there and then we had that first game jitters and all that, man. You know how we are.
Yeah.
You all bark in practice, and then when the bullets get flying, no bite. So we like that dog.
Yeah.
Every time you walking down the street, it's behind the fence, the door closed. It's barking the whole time.
Uh-huh.
But one day you walk by and the gate open.
He just looked.
And he just sitting there quiet.
Right.
That's us.
Yeah.
That's been us the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Every tournament.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We 4 games in before we realized we in the bracket play losing by 2 touchdowns.
Right.
With 5 minutes left before we actually want to start playing hard. I didn't have time for that.
No.
Plus we have too many kids this year, and we really need to make sure we had the right combinations together. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
For different scenarios. Like we worked 30 plays. Like we went 10 offense, 10 defense, 3 sets of those just from the 40 without moving the ball.
Yeah.
Right? Just kind of gave everybody a chance to get acclimated to the speed, give everybody a chance to, quarterbacks get their eyes adjusted to seeing a different kind of coverage based on not what we just do in practice.
Yeah.
Then we went actually real live game.
Moving the ball.
Yep. Touchdowns, extra 1 points, 2 points, 3 points, extra points, all that stuff. Well, some tournaments have 3, the ones we play in don't. And then we have we went straight red zone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We went 5 plays, offense, 5 defense, 5, and then I think we like 3-4 sets of those just to kind of get some work, man. So everybody could work, just strictly on that style of defense. Because if you go just scrimmage, and no team is getting to the red zone. They just scoring from 20, 30 yards out. What good is that doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
If
for
you
sure.
never worked it.
Yeah.
So when you actually get in the tournament, it's like,
Now I'm in
what
the
am I
red
supposed?
zone.
Yeah,
What am I
like what
supposed
am
to
I
do
supposed to
now?
do?
Yeah, no, for sure.
So if we can handle it like a practice, just like a mock practice, but against somebody else, you know, it serves more of a purpose.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Like
No,
you like I threw that in there?
yeah, you did. I like that. I like that. No, and I think that, man, again, like that was good. Like y'all, I feel like that was much needed. I saw some exciting things, man. The boys was flying around. Everybody was excited. After everybody kind of woke up a little bit, and you were able to, on both sides of the ball, mix and match, because you had some guys that didn't play yesterday, whether it be because of another sport or whatever the case may be, right? And so,
Bro, we were down our best 2 defenders. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what I mean. Like, so some other guys got thrown in the fire, and it was, you're gonna barbecue a mildew.
Yeah, for sure.
And some people rose to the challenge, and some people, you're like, all right, you got to kind of get back in the lab a little bit. But I think that was great, because it gave you an opportunity to see, like, okay, I know, like you said, I can see what package I can go with in this situation, what package I can go with in this situation. Because at the end of the day, you know, everybody gonna play, but you do want to start off. I need to start off with my best
group,
because I'm gonna do a disservice to the team and the organization.
But not just with that though. Like, I hear you say that, but there's something else I think of, right? Like, just because it's your best group, that might not be good for the matchup you facing.
That's true too.
You know what I'm saying? So just because that's my best 5 overall, I might need a different. Sometimes you might need a Honda instead of a Lambo.
Mix and match.
That's what there it is.
Yeah.
So with us doing that and getting those different reps and different scenarios and situations, I understand now who really can do this. Who can do that. Keep him out of this. Make sure he's there. This quarterback's good at that. So let's work on this other thing, because I already know he can do that. So force him to do something else so that we can add that to the toolbox as well. So when we get there and it's a scenario where they're taking that away, I need to use that over here.
Right.
So I need you to be able to do that.
Right.
Because one thing, if we say we're about development and we're for the kids,
that's what I was about to get
I'm not going to pull a quarterback or somebody out.
Yeah.
Just to put somebody else in there to win a game.
Yeah.
Yes, we want to win, but we're here to develop. I'm not going to steal reps from one kid to give to another.
Nah.
Just to say we won a tournament. Because if you get a trophy, you get a belt. What do you get? What else do you get?
Yeah. So, but we never been about the wins and the losses.
But that's my don't hold.
No, hold on. Hey, listen, first of all, whoa, wait. Hey, I'm a sore loser. So you know that. So that's not, I'm not saying it like that. But my purpose of saying that was like, man, for us it's the development. Because if I'm not putting you in a position to develop, then what am I doing here? Because I'm not preparing you for when you go back to high school.
For sure.
I'm not preparing you for when it's time for you to go to college in a year, because all I wanted to do was go and win a championship to say, look at me.
For sure.
Right. And I ain't never been a me guy. And even with this 7-on-7, I've never been a look at what we're doing. Like, I don't care about that. That's why I've never scrimmaged people in San Antonio like that. But I do want to go play in the best tournaments, whether we win, lose, or draw. At the end of the day, did you get better? Okay, and you signed that scholarship in December or in February to go off to college? That's what it was about for me.
But I'm the same way, bro. If you, in the history of 7-on-7, period, even before joining with you, even when coaching high school, you know, they do the state championships now. You can do that like in Mississippi, they have the regional and the national.
7-on-7?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's only one time have I been in the picture with the boys. One. And that's when we finished runner-up at Cornerstone.
I do remember that.
That's the only time I've been in, and that was 2 years ago.
Yep.
That's the only picture I've been in with them. Because it's not for me.
It's not.
Like, I get no, we have a team social media pages.
Yeah. I
get no gratification in posting that.
Yeah.
Like, we'll post to the page, I can push it out and retweet and all that stuff from my page. I don't for what? Like, it doesn't.
That's real.
That does me no, like, I'm not gonna say it does me no good. Well, yes, I am gonna say that. It does me no good because it's not for me. I don't need good job, coach. I don't even, be honest with you, I don't even need you to know I'm the coach.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care on that aspect. Like, it's about the boys. Like, how can we get the kids out in the forefront?
Yeah.
How can we put the spotlight on them?
Yeah.
How can we get them their congratulatory texts and posts?
I just had
likes
a conversation
and
with
all
somebody
that stuff
on my way over here. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. Like, I don't care about all that.
Yeah.
Like, we can win a natty. I don't care. Like, the only time, unless they make me get in the picture, or the kids ask me to get in the picture or something like that,
You getting in the picture. Y'all winning Natty.
I promise you I wouldn't care.
You getting in the picture.
What is that? What? Okay, so what do we win for getting a natty? First of all, you had to pay to go. So what are you getting out of winning?
First of all, don't listen to him. If they win the Natty, he getting in the picture, and I'm telling.
Unless a certain young man asked me to get in the picture, I will not be in there.
I'll give you that. But also, if you win the R7 tournament, you don't got to pay to go to the Natty.
That's yeah, but that's true.
So you can't use that. We got to pay to go. Nah, if you win,
how many we playing in? 3?
What, DR7s?
3.
I think.
But they Natty not even on our schedule right now. Right now,
we win the tournament, that much gonna be on the schedule.
I feel you.
But no, I got you. But just kind of go back to what your question was about how, as a parent, how do I feel?
For sure.
Nah, man, I think it was great, and I'm excited, man. I'm super excited for y'all. I'm super excited in the direction that it's going. And I can't wait till y'all get to Fort Worth. And by the way, when we do get to Fort Worth, for the 7-on-7 tournament, February 7th, 8th, and 9th, we will be still doing the podcast.
Yes, sir.
We will.
I was gonna get that. We
go my bad.
We already here. Let's go.
Yeah, my bad. Hey, so the show don't stop once we go out of town, man. We will be taking this show on the road. So better believe that while we're there, you will get interviews from the coaches. You'll get interviews from maybe some parents. You'll definitely get interviews from the boys, from some of the players. We'll do recaps from, hey, what did you think about, what I'm saying, after the first day? So after Saturday, how'd you feel? Like, how'd you feel? Could have did whatever. We'll have it where the boys get to kind of go on there and they'll kind of get to be able to interview each other. And just kind of getting them ready for the media training, because you got to be able to sell yourself.
No, for sure. Now we starting off, we'll do it like that, and then we actually gonna branch out even further than that, man. Because with the boys, they're actually gonna have their own podcast platform, right?
Yep.
4QPD Elevation is strictly players.
Yep.
Like it can start off players, coaches, but eventually it's gonna turn into just you're gonna cut it on, and it's just gonna be two young men sitting there, and they're gonna bounce questions off each other.
Mm-hmm.
Have a discussion. Break down their play, their performance, how they think each other did, what needs to be done to improve going into day 2 or the next tournament, or just whatever, man. Just something that they can get used to being in front of a camera, behind the mic. Because like you said, you got to be able to sell yourself, but not just sell yourself. You got to be able to sell yourself in the correct light,
right?
Because we all have been following college sports. I'm gonna look directly in the camera on that. We all have been following college sports, and everybody's biggest gripe is NIL this, NIL that. It's no longer, education is good enough. It's no longer that. It's no longer normal scholarship. It's all pay for play now. Every kid wants money,
right?
But not every kid wants to do what you have to do to receive that money. Everybody's not a Jeremiah Smith,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody's not a Jaden Daniels,
right?
Everybody's not that huge caliber player. Everybody's not an Arch Manning.
Right.
Everybody's not that caliber of a player coming out of high school that warrants that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a little bit of game and you can actually articulate yourself well, you might be able to get a few commercials, a few endorsement deals, a few this, that, and the third. But if you don't ever open your mouth in practice, just like how you run, in practice, you're getting reps in, right?
Right.
This is reps for them.
Right. That's true.
Sitting in front of a camera, behind the mic, that's reps for them.
Absolutely.
If they don't get those reps, good quality reps, and actually getting able to see how they sound in
good quality reps,
getting to see how they look in them. You know what I'm saying? Getting their parents getting ready to, critique them, coaches critiquing them. Sometimes they might have to sit down in 2 chairs in front of their teammates.
Right.
And do the same interview.
Right.
Because that's how it's going to be when you go to a TV station.
Yeah. That's real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying? When you go to SEC media days, Big 12 media days, it's thousands of, there's cameras everywhere.
Hey, and you got to be able to put together a complete sentence.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Well, honestly, like you can't do stuff.
You can't do that.
So this is another reason why we want to add these platforms for the young men.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of it comes back to purpose. All of it. Everything we do comes back to purpose. Everything has a purpose.
Yep.
And the relentless part for us is we attack it at multiple angles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna cover this part. So then they'll get to see the adults, they'll get to see their parents, they'll get to see coaches, they'll get to see other guests. Then they'll have their own. So then they can interact.
Yeah.
They can learn from their reps.
Yep.
Then we'll have, might have something else where this might be some IG live stuff or some sponsorship promos, which we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just little stuff where they can get used to doing it daily. So when they get back to their schools in the fall, it's nothing once KSAT, they
Yeah.
want to interview after the game, or somebody else, another platform or whatever, want to interview them after the
Yeah.
game that has thousands of followers. You don't
Yeah.
look crazy.
Because that media side of it is blowing up.
It is.
And you got the prep red zones, and you got the rivals in the 24/7 sports, and they're coming to these games, and the first thing they want to do after a game is they want to come up to you and interview you.
Social media is the wave.
Social media is the wave. And that's another thing too, man, is teaching these boys how to use their social media to promote themselves, right? And I had somebody ask me the other day, like, hey, what's a good age for you to start your son on social media?
Yeah.
Well, I created my son's social media actually last year because I had and I was going to hold off a little bit, and I kind of knew better, but I wanted to hold off a little bit because I don't let him run his social media, obviously.
Gotcha.
But I had a media guy come up to me after a tournament actually, and he was like, "Hey, that's your son, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, yes, sir, whatever." He was like, he said, "What's his Twitter, man? I want to do a write up on him real quick, and I'm add him on Twitter." And I was like, he was like, "Don't tell me he ain't got a Twitter, coach. You know better than that." And I'm like, "Man, I know." So like before we even left, matter of fact, I want to say we might have been in Houston or Dallas, and I was like, "I'm about to get on it right now." So when we got in the car, before we got on the road to come back, I created it right there in the car. And then I added coaches and yada yada. And I kind of showed him like, look, like this is what we're doing. Like even now, like he has a Twitter, he has an Instagram. And so like if like when coaches is following him, like one of the first coaches to follow him at the time was a coach from Central Michigan.
Okay.
And I'm trying to figure out who this coach was. How you find my son or whatever? So then I kind of wrote the coach, whatever, showed my son, like, this is how we're going to write this coach. The coach was like, hey, like, I follow your dad, blah, blah, blah. Seen him posting about you and was like, man, I want to get you up here, like, to come on a little visit or whatever, game day visit. And I'm like, wow, like that fast, right? Like, so the power of social media and you marketing yourself in a positive light, because it's going to be bigger than just can you post your film. What type of athlete are you? What type of student athlete are you? What type of human being are you? Because if you aren't um a good character guy, like you have the possibility to come into a locker room and ruin the whole locker room.
Yes.
You ever heard of the analogy with the good fruit and the bad fruit, the rotten fruit, and you put that together, then eventually it spreads. And so, man, one thing that I like to tell the guys is like, man, look, like if you aren't that type of guy, and I've talked to millions of college coaches, and I'm being dramatic when I say millions, but I've talked to over 500 college coaches in the last 7 or 8 years, and a lot of the questions is how are their grades, how is their character, right? And then obviously, when you get to the Texas schools, they like, hey, what's his 40? Like, what I'm saying? They want to know all of that, but character.
Yeah.
Your character is going to play a huge role in where you go or don't go. And that's not just sports, that's life in general.
Man. For sure, man.
That's life in general. So if we can help you develop that character over the years while you're with us, and we can continue to impact every person that we come in contact with, whether it be the youth or whatever the case may be, that's fulfilling my purpose.
And I'm glad you said that, man, because what I don't want people to take from this is we're not just strictly about our 7-on-7 kids.
No.
Like we will mentor anybody. We will mentor kids that need the help. Because we just about helping kids in general, man.
Yep.
Sports is just the easy avenue for us.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what we've been doing.
Yep.
Even before this, we've been doing that. You played, college, you played pro arena ball, same with me, NFL workouts, CFL work. I've done all that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Been there.
So it's nothing to me. And I understand that, especially coming where we come from, and even from certain areas around here, sports is an avenue for people to get out. You know what I'm saying? Some people, that has to be the ticket.
Yeah.
That wasn't necessarily my case. No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But that was still an avenue that was, to get out or to have a chance to set my life up for success. So I don't want anybody to sit there and like, oh man, the only thing they want to do is promote, their boys, their team. That's not it.
No.
We will help any young man, young woman Not saying that we ourselves will help the young women. We have, parents and mothers who are willing. We have people that are, therapists within our program. We have nurses within our program. We have teachers. We got people at every avenue, man. We got ministers. We got everybody, man. We got multiple clergy,
Man,
actually.
you name it.
So we have so many different avenues and so many different connections within, our little entity that we have that we can help set anybody up, I'm saying, to on a better path, man. You want to be a realtor? We have multiple.
For sure. For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Hey, you're a firefighter. I'm now in the fitness, coaching, the shoot. We got lenders, we've got vendors, we've got nurses, we've got marketing people. Like, we've got, photography, videography.
You name it.
We got several people, man. We got private security companies. If you want to learn about driving truck, like, we have all of those covered in our little base, but you don't have to go outside of that. So even if it's you, if it's your cousin, if it's somebody that needs help, we will help them. Now, what we won't do is keep overextending ourselves with somebody that don't want to change.
No, I can't. You can't. You drive yourself crazy doing that.
Exactly.
You would drive yourself crazy. And that's one of the things that I had to learn the hard way, is because, like, man, I want to help everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So when people are like, oh man, like, I had a conversation the other day and somebody was like, bro, like, why a firefighter? Because I'm like, man, I get the opportunity to almost help everybody.
Yeah, almost.
Right.
Keyword.
Yeah, because that took a lot for me to learn that you can't save everybody. And I think the first time I seen someone pass away while I was in the fire department was when I had that reality check. Like, yo, you can't save everybody. And I took that pretty hard. And somebody was like, hey, man, you are here to serve, like, a purpose. Like, God to put you in this position, and it's our job to get them from point A to B.
Yeah.
And if we can't do what we're supposed to do, we served our purpose. You can't take that home with you.
Not for sure.
And that's why I kind of woke up like, oh, like, all right, because I was taking that one hard. Like, but I'm like, that's my, like, I was like, okay, I got into the fire department because I can help more people. Then you get, well, why do you do, why a firefighter? Then why 707 and why this? Like, you already do enough for the community as a firefighter. It was like, nah, because it's not enough.
Sure.
I still have more people that I can reach out to.
You still
My branch goes a whole lot longer.
You still have juice left in you.
Still got the juice left in you. So for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not making this about me, but for me, like,
that's just, you just talking your purpose.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
everybody's purpose is different. That's just yours.
So I'm like, man, like, just want to help everybody. So like he said, it doesn't just stop at 707. Man, if I can reach somebody all the way in Ethiopia, like, I'm trying to reach everybody.
It's crazy you say that. It's crazy. It's crazy you say that, because even, like I said, we have multiple clergy on our team. They go to Ethiopia. They help.
For real?
Yes, they help.
I didn't even know that.
help. We help in Pakistan. All that, man. So it's multiple avenues. So, like, that's why I say it's crazy you say that, because it's genuine.
Yeah, no, like, for real.
And none of that has anything to do with helping this organization. It's about helping others.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? It's about you, like you just said, branching out and helping others. And we don't look for anything in return.
No.
Now, of course, things aren't free.
For sure.
But it's not like we're asking you to do this. Give us this. No, don't do that. Like,
give me this and I'll do this.
We'll show you this and it'll be a link sent, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's never
not about that.
Right. It's never for us to line our pockets or anything like that, man. It's genuine love, it's genuine care, it's genuine help, man. So man,
that's crazy when people find out that we don't get paid for what we do.
Man, that's a whole nother different stuff. Right, we can have that talk at a different time, man.
I got you.
But what I will say, man, is it's several things, we trying to do. Of course, like I just said, everything ain't free. Trying to go on these trips with the boys and all that stuff, man. And I know one of the things we have, as you can see, I know y'all can't see my mic in the way. I'm gonna move my mic in just a second. We got merch. It's the first one.
You see the hoodie.
The first edition. A little simple thing, man. Relentless Purpose Podcast, man. I'm moving my mic real quick so y'all can see it.
I told him I had something for him.
You know what I'm saying? Just something smooth, man.
Something
smooth, man. Just something real simple and smooth, man.
I like that.
The first edition.
How I feel?
It's comfortable, man. Nice and comfortable, man. So, if you see me out, holler at me. Say what's up.
Yeah.
Of course, man. As always, you see our social handles scrolling across the bottom, man. Go give that a follow. Go give that a like, man. We'll be posting other different stuff on there, different motivational, little snippets or little talks or whatever you want to call it, man. Just as always, man, just living your purpose.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
live in your purpose, man.
And if and we can finish on that. I like that. Like, and if there's one thing that you can take away from today's segment is, man, find your purpose and then just live in it. And then one of the things that my mom likes to say is make today great on purpose. Right. So find your purpose, live in your purpose. It's like when they say live in your truth and live your truth. Man, live in your purpose. Man, and I promise you, you'll be a whole lot happier.
For
I
sure, man.
promise you,
For
you
sure,
will.
man. You know, I gotta hit him with that good old one my grandmama hit me with, man.
Oh yeah, I just used that the other day.
Man. Like you saying that, man. Regardless of how the situation is, it's always like the end of the tunnel. And there's a positive in every negative situation.
For sure.
You just gotta take the time to find it.
Yep.
I'll say
Yep.
it again.
I love it.
It's a positive in every negative situation. You just got to take the time to find it. So, like he said, like we just said, man, be relentless, do everything with purpose, relentless purpose. And we good, baby.
We out.